Hey YouTube, Geminijets 2000 here, coming at you with a fictional airport update. Been a little while since I've done one of these. I've just been busy with getting ready for a move and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, finally excited to have one out for you guys here. Whole bunch of new models, whole bunch of new stuff, some terminal changes. I added a new table here since I'm at the hangar here. I have more room, so I was able to add a table here. Adding the second runway to it left, 10 right, a bigger cargo area, hard stands, and a taxiway. Along with that, then I was able to add more jetways and stuff where the old cargo area used to be. But things are definitely coming back, just like in real life. Domestic travels really come back a lot, and then we got internationals coming back slower, but it is coming back. The airport here, the fictional updates are located in a kind of made-up city. Well, that would be able to handle an airport like this. That is in kind of southeastern Washington, near to kind of the Oregon, Washington, Idaho border, just that very southeast tip of those states. So yeah, we'll get started. This is a hub for Delta, Alaska, and United's been really upping their game here, and I have a ton of new United models too, so it's a pretty good hub for United too. So we'll get started. First off, the time period for this is, well, it's 5:13 p.m. So not a time period, but just a snapshot of time. Here's my schedule. This is based off of, there's a big United push that starts at 5:50, goes till 6:25, 6:30, and all the arrivals get in at like between 4 and like 5. So yeah, a bunch of United planes here. Delta is just kind of more sporadic, not as much of a push, just flights kind of spread out throughout the day, but more of them. But we'll start over here in the sea concourse with Alaska and the low costs. First off, here is the Hawaiian A3200. He's doing the PM Honolulu turn. He comes in at around 5 p.m. and departs out at 6:45 back to Honolulu. Next here is the Jetblue Airways Airbus A321, and he arrived in from Boston at 4:57 and is going to be heading out to LAX at 6 p.m. Next in, we have a JetBlue A321 Neo, and he just arrived in from JFK, pretty early. Scheduled is 5:40, so he's about 30 minutes early. It's pretty realistic. A lot of transcons flights, especially JFK, come in early. And he'll be heading out to Fort Lauderdale in about 3 hours, 8:50 p.m. The red eye. Next here to Frontier, we got an A320 Neo for Frontier. In from Madison, Wisconsin, just landed, and he will be heading out to Des Moines, Iowa at 5:52. Right here's an A321. This is a new model for Frontier, the Geminijets version. Steve Eagle, and he's going to be heading out to Denver at 6:15, and he just arrived in from Orlando. Spirit models here. We got an A321 for Spirit, and he's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare at 6 p.m. and just arrived in from Houston 10 minutes ago. Right here's an A320 Neo for Spirit. He's going to be heading out to Las Vegas at 5:30 and came in from Baltimore at 4:40. And here's some better views with some more sunlight of the Spirit, Frontier, and JetBlue. Now off to the Southwest section. And first here for the Southwest is a 737-700 Canyon Blue. Going to be heading out to Denver at 5:40 and arrived in from San Jose 20 minutes ago. Right here is a 737 MAX 8 for Southwest. Going to be heading out to Dallas Love at 5:50 and just arrived in from Las Vegas. Yeah, he just arrived in from Las Vegas at 5 o'clock. And right here's a 737-700 for Southwest. And he is just getting ready to push out for Phoenix Sky Harbor, and he arrived in 45 minutes ago from Houston Hobby. And then here's the Southwest 737-700 California one, and he's going to be heading out to Chicago Midway in 20 minutes and arrived in from Orange County 25 minutes ago. These two are both new models along with this one. A couple more Southwest here. We have a 737-800. I'll get some better lighting. And there we go, real nice lighting there. 737-800 for Southwest, and he is in from Los Angeles and will be heading out to Oakland at 5:55. Then we have a 737-700 here. We'll be heading out to Ontario, California at 5:30, and came in from Sacramento 20 minutes ago. Next up here, Alaska, Sun Country. First off here is an Alaska 737-800. This is the common use gates here at the end. And he's heading out to Lahui at 5:40 and came in from Anchorage at 4:30. Then right here is a Sun Country 737-800 new livery, or Tide Pod livery, whatever you want to call it. And he came in from Honolulu at 5:30 and we'll be heading out to Green Bay at 6:30. It's early as it's only 5:13 right now. He's early, which is not uncommon for flights from Hawaii going to the West Coast to land even upwards of 45 minutes early. Right here is a 737-800 for Alaska, honoring those who serve. And he's going to be heading out to Los Angeles at 6 p.m. and arrived in from Minneapolis 10 minutes ago. Nice little view of the lineup here, the sea gates. First off here is an Alaska Max 9, and he's heading out to San Francisco in 35 minutes and arrived in from San Francisco. No, he's heading out to, he came in from San Francisco and is heading out to San Diego. And right here's a 737-800, Spirit of the Islands, and he's going to be heading out to Salt Lake City and came in from Sacramento. We've got a 737-900ER, 434 Alpha Sierra, heading out to Honolulu, 5:25, and came in from JFK at 4:15. Then we got one word livery 737-800, heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth at 5:20 and came in from LAX at 3:55. Then right here is a 737-800, going to be heading out to Ontario, California, and came in from Houston Intercontinental. Continuing with Alaska's here, we got an A321 Neo, and it is in from Washington National, and it's going to be heading out to Las Vegas. Then we got an American 737-800 here at the Alaska gates because they needed a gate, and he's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare at 5:20 and came in from Dallas-Fort Worth at 4:25. Yeah, here's an empty gate here. Got a little Super Cub taking off. And just pushed out of gate C4 here, Charlie 4. This is Alaska 737-800 heading out to Cluacona. Is 2 minutes early. Scheduled departure is 5:15. And he arrived in from Austin, Texas at 4:10. Then right here is an A320 for Alaska. Gonna be heading out to San Antonio at 5:55 and came in from Palm Springs at 5. Over at the Alaska regional gates here, we got an E175, and he's gonna be heading out to Fresno, and he came in from Dallas Love. Got another, we got a Dash 8 gonna be heading to Seattle at 5:15 and came in from Boise. Right here's another E175, and he's gonna be heading out to San Luis Obispo at 7 p.m. and came in from Burbank, just offloading now. Then here's a Q400 Horizon Retro livery. Going to be heading out to Pasco, Washington, 5:55, and came in from Seattle at 5:05. Another Q400 here, and he's going to be heading out to PDX, Portland, at 4:30, and came in from Billings, Montana. Then right here's another E175, and he'll be heading out to Bozeman, Montana, 15 minutes. They're all ready to go. They're just waiting for a pushback. And he arrived in from Orange County 30 minutes ago. Then right here, another new model, the American Eagle CRJ-900. Beautiful plane. You can see the buses. And he just arrived in from, well, he came in from Phoenix Sky Harbor at 4:50 and is heading back there 15 minutes. So they're just finishing up loading. Getting ready to go to Phoenix. Beautiful model. Real happy to have this one. Just pushing out next to them is an Alaska Q400, and he is heading out to Eugene, pushing about 10 minutes early. That's a 5:25 departure, and he came in from Helena, Montana at 4:40. I'm going to take his gate is an Alaska E175 operated by Horizon, and he's in from Painfield, 5:20 scheduled arrival, a little early. And he'll be heading out to Seattle, Tacoma at 6 o'clock. Then over here in the hard stands, we have a Sun Country 737-800, getting the bags and passengers offloaded. He arrived in from Acapulco, Mexico. They threw him out here instead of at the gates because, well, it needs to go to customs. So they'll bus the passengers to customs, and then he will be heading out to Minneapolis, St. Paul at 6:25. I'm gonna head back over here, get the taxiway and this runway here to a left. On takeoff roll, we have Alaska 737-900ER. More love. Beautiful plane. Great lighting too on this. And he's on the takeoff roll for Kahului, Maui. That's a 4:55 departure. So it's about a 20-minute taxi. And he arrived in from Denver at 3:45. Next to him, taxiing in, he'll be going down the line here and eventually taking the spot where the American triple is. He's just waiting to push. But American 787-9, another beautiful model. And he arrived in from, he's in from Shanghai. That's a 5:25 scheduled arrival time. And we'll be heading out to Bangalore, India at 7:15 p.m. tonight. And the back line for takeoff is Alaska 737-900ER, and he's heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor, 5:10 departure, and he came in from Portland PDX at 4:10. Next here, just arrived, is the Air India 777-300ER, beautiful model, beautiful plane, and he arrived in from Delhi, 5:35 scheduled, and he'll be heading back to Delhi at 7:45, and he will be going gate Alpha 8, which is the Iberia gate. So he's just about almost ready to go, the Iberia 350. Next here in line is a Delta Connection Embraer 170, and he's heading out to Wichita, Kansas. That's a 5:05 departure, and he arrived in a little while ago from Medford, Oregon, at 4:30. The next two here are both inbounds, waiting for gates. First here is the 737-800 for United, and he arrived in from St. Louis. He arrived in from Dallas-Fort Worth. Actually, no, he is an outbound. He came in from Dallas-Fort Worth at 4:20 and is now heading into San Francisco. It's a 5:05 departure. Behind him, this is an inbound. He arrived in from St. Louis, the 737-700, new model. That's a 5:20 arrival, and he will be heading out to San Jose at 6:12. Once again, part of that push. All the inbounds for this push, they all kind of come in from the east, so central and eastern time zones, and then go out to California, Pacific Northwest, Hawaii, around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. He'll be, since the United gates are all full, he's gonna have to go over and take a Delta gate. But yeah, next here is the Delta 737-900ER, and he's heading out to Nashville, Texas. That's Nashville, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, and that's a 5 p.m. departure. And he arrived in from Fort Lauderdale at 3:30. So once again, about 15 minutes taxiing for him. And right here's an Air China, number 1 for departure, A350-900, heading out to Beijing, 5:05 departure, and he arrived in from Beijing at 3:15. And other aircraft for the runway here, Air China Cargo, another new model, 777 freighter, beautiful plane, flaps down, short funnel here, just over the threshold, and he is arriving in from Miami. We'll be heading out to Anchorage in about 2 hours. Next are to the A gates, which is kind of the rest of the one worlds and the start of the Uniteds, A and B. Down here we got an American 737-800 Chrome retro livery. 737 for American. He just arrived in from Philadelphia. We'll be heading out to LAX at 6:20. Next here for American, an A321. He arrived in from Charlotte about 30 minutes ago. This is a real long turn, and he heads out to Phoenix at 6:45. Next here, two 777-300ERs. First here we got a China Southern 300ER. He just pulled into the gate just in from Guangzhou. They're just waiting for, they'll just get all the equipment rolled up and they'll start the download. That'll depart back to Guangzhou at 1:20 a.m. Right here's a Swiss 777-300ER getting his bags and cargo loaded for Zurich. And that's a 5:45 departure, so about 30 minutes. That's where he came in from. Then right here we got Alaska 737-900, no wingless, non-ER, in from Cabo about 20-30 minutes ago. And we'll be heading out to San Jose, California at 6:45. And right here is an American A321 Sharklets, going to be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth at 5:30. Just waiting for a pushback tug. And he arrived in from JFK at 4:35. Then right next to him is the American 777-200ER Gates pulled back. They're just loading the last bags in the bulk bin. The JetBridge bags, late bags that are too late for the containers. And he's heading out to London Heathrow. That is a 5:15 departure, so scheduled for 2 minutes. And he came in from London Heathrow at 4:35. And then right here is a Iberia A350, just getting ready to push out for Madrid. Still about 15 minutes, and he came in at 3:30 from Madrid. Beautiful plane, another new model. Beautiful. Yeah. Next here is the United 787-8 Dreamliner, and he is in from Munich. It'll be heading out to Sao Paulo Garlahos in about an hour. Then right here is the United A319, and he's in from Minneapolis, St. Paul. We'll be heading out to Eugene at 6:15. Right here's the Turkish 787-9 in the middle of his turn in from Istanbul, heading back there. Departs back at 6:30. Then next here's a Cathay Pacific A350-1000 in from Hong Kong. About 15-30 minutes ago, they just finished the download. Then it'll head back at about 1 a.m. A lot of these Asian departures are they get in around 4 or 5, then depart back at 1. So you're getting to United and Star Alliance area. The E-gates are kind of separated into Delta on this side, United on this side. We'll get to United first. We've got United 737-800. He's in from Kansas City, 5:10 arrival, departing out to Sacramento at 6:09. E-170 here, in from Missoula, gonna be heading out to Redmond. E-175 here, in from Albuquerque, gonna be heading out to Reno. And another 737-800 here, in from Phoenix Sky Harbor, gonna be heading out to Las Vegas. And then right here is the Lufthansa A350, and he is in from Frankfurt, 350. We'll be heading back there at 5:50. And right here is United 787-10 Dreamliner, beautiful plane. And he's gonna be heading up to Brussels at 5:55 and arrived in from Tel Aviv at 3:35. Some nice views of the terminal here at 7810, beautiful plane. And right here is my second United 737-700, other new model. He is in from Billings, Montana, and we'll be heading out to Orange County. Then we got an A320 for United in from San Antonio, and is going to be heading out to Denver. I'll get the United F gates here next. Just taxiing in is a United Airbus A320, and he is in from Minneapolis, and we'll be heading out to Palm Springs, 6:25 departure. He's just waiting for a gate. He's going to take this guy's gate here, the MAX 9, pushing out. Next off here in the F gates, cluster of United aircraft, we have a 737-800 Star Alliance, and he is in from Puerto Vallarta. That's a 4:15 arrival, and departs out to San Diego at 5:55. Once again, all these United flights, they all depart between 5:50 and like 6:25, 6:30. They all come in before 5:20, so there's at least a 30-minute connection time, which is pretty much the standard kind of minimum connection time for airlines. So yeah, then right here, so all the inbounds can connect to all the outbounds. Right here is United's A319, and he is in from Salt Lake City, 4:38, heading out to Portland at 6:17. Right here is a 757-200, her here, California, and he is going to be heading out to Kaluakona at 6:07. Just starting to get bags loaded, and he arrived in from Orlando, 4:55. Right here is a 757-200 for United, another one. And this one is going to be heading out to, he's going out to Anchorage, 6:30, and arrived in from Cancun at 4:30. Then right here, the other, her heart here, New York, 757-200 getting loaded up for her flight out to La Hui at 5:59, and arrived in from Newark at 4:47. Then right here is United 737-900ER, going to be heading out to Fairbanks, Alaska at 6:20, and came in from New Orleans 5:05, just about 10 minutes ago. And on to the regionals here. First off, we got a United CRJ-200, going to be heading out to Acura Eureka, California, 5:51, arrived in from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We got a CRJ-700 operated by SkyWest, wearing the house livery, We're heading up to Medford, Oregon, 6:15, and came in from Aspen, Colorado. Right here is a Boise-bound CRJ 550, and he arrived in from Bismarck, North Dakota. Then right here is another CRJ 200, going to be heading out to Monterey, California at 6 p.m. and came in from Spokane 10 minutes ago. And then right here is a 737-800 for United, going to be heading out to Seattle at 6:07 and arrived in from Nashville at 4:50. Then just pushing out here is United Max 9. This is the one departure that kind of is not with the bank here, but he's heading out to Austin, Texas, 5:15, and he arrived in from Cabo at 4:05. That one doesn't fit with the bank because it doesn't need to. All the banked departures are West Coast kind of departures, so he's going back east. So there's it doesn't make sense for anyone coming from the east to just connect going back to the east, so that's why he's early. On to the heavies here. First off, a 767-300ER for United. Going to be heading out to Kahului, Maui, 6 p.m. departure. He arrived in from Paris Charles de Gaulle at 4:15. Get another view of him getting the bags loaded. Beautiful plane. Right here is a 787-9 for United. Beautiful. And he's going to be heading out to 789, heading out to Rome at 5:50. Just getting ready to go, and he arrived in from Papeete in Tahiti earlier this morning at 6:15 a.m. So he's a long turn. He got towed over here like a couple hours ago. And then getting ready to go for our cargo only flight. Got another 787-9 for United. He's gonna be heading at the Seoul Incheon 6:30. You can see the cargo just dropped off behind there. That'll be getting loaded underneath. And he arrived in from London Heathrow at 4:30, regular passenger flight. Next off here, United 777-300ER, getting fully loaded, tons of bags, cargo, pushback catering, everything, the works. And he's going out none other than Honolulu. Full flight today, flights to Hawaii in real life, so as I'm echoing this here, our full flights out of PDX and other places. Planes are getting upgraded. I noticed United in real life out of San Francisco. It's like almost all 777s, 200s, and 300ERs. But yeah, he's heading out to Honolulu. That is a 6:05 p.m. departure. He arrived in from Chicago O'Hare at 4:40. But yeah, beautiful plane. I did order the Aviation 400, one of these too, so I can't wait for that, however long it takes to get here. But they have a beautiful 777 mold, and I can't wait to see it. And next here's the Eva Air 787-9, and he arrived in from Taipei a little early, 6:05 scheduled. Once again, it's not uncommon to see flights coming from Asia coming in upwards of an hour early. They take off on time with the tailwinds and everything. And he'll be heading back to Taipei at 12:55 a.m. In our taxiway here, we got a United CRJ 200. He's just kind of holding here behind the 777, out of the way of the taxiway. But he arrived in from, he arrived in from Kalispell. That was like 30 minutes ago. There are no gates open, but he will be heading out to Santa Rosa at 5:57 p.m. Connections are still okay. They're still less than 30 minutes prior. But he's gonna, once these guys are clear, he'll taxi through the other side and then park at one of the empty Delta gates. Some of these guys are about to push, so that's where he's gonna go. Same with the United 737-700 over there. But right here is a Air Canada Q400. He's heading out to Vancouver, 5:15 departure. That was a turn. And right here is the Delta 717 taxiing out, and he's heading out to Tucson, Arizona, 5:12 departure, and came in from Portland PDX at 4:20. I'm not sure how long we're at yet, but I'm sure it's getting up there. Thanks for staying with me. Now just on to the Deltas and the D gates. We'll be just about done, except for the cargo. Try to get through these as quick as possible. Right here is a United CRJ 900. We got 3 of them here at the regional gates. First one here is heading out to Fargo. Fargo, and came in from Amarillo. Next one here is heading out to Casper, Wyoming. Came in from Santa Barbara. Then we got Idaho Falls, and came in from Great. This one actually at Great Falls inbound for the CRJ 900. Right here's a Delta A220-300, and he's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare and came in from San Antonio. Right next to him is an A320, and he's in from Orange County. He's gonna be heading out to Omaha. And then right here, just getting ready to push, is a Delta 757-200 heading out to Denver. That's a 5:03 departure, so he's like 10 minutes late. And he came in from LAX an hour ago. That's one of the gates United will take. And right here's another 757-300 for Delta. Actually, well, the first one, but 757-300 for Delta. And he is supposed to have to Kona 2 minutes ago. And he came in from Honolulu at 4 p.m. And right here's a 737-900ER for Delta. And he's heading out to Milwaukee at 6 and came in from Cincinnati 20 minutes ago. Here's an A220-100. Going to be heading out to Dayton in 20 minutes and came in from El Paso 30 minutes ago. Then right here's a 737-800 for Delta. I'm going to be heading out to Albuquerque at 6:15 and came in from Cleveland just a few minutes ago. Just taxiing out for departures in Air France 777-300ER heading out to Paris. That's a 5 p.m. departure. He came from the gate that KLM just pulled into. Then right here is a Delta 767-300 ER heading out to Dublin 5:15. Came in from Barcelona at 2:45. Just pulling into E1 here is the United Express E175. And he just arrived from Colorado Springs and will be heading out to Ontario 5:53. Just rotated, climbing out, Delta A330-200, and he is heading out to Honolulu, 5:05 p.m. departure. He came in from Shanghai about 3.5 hours ago. The runway is a Jetblue A320 in from San Francisco about 20 minutes early, and we'll be heading out to San Diego at 6:30. Right here, we got a Delta 717. I just added the pushback here, but he's just pushing out for he's heading out to San Jose and came in from Sacramento 45 minutes ago. Here's a 757-300 for Delta. The other one heading out to OGG in 5 minutes. Gates just pulling back. Kahului, Maui, and came in from Minneapolis an hour and 10 minutes ago. Here's a 737-800 Sky Team. Going to be heading out to Newark. And no, it came in from Newark and is heading out to San Francisco. Just pulled into the gate. Jet bridge isn't even up yet, but we have the KLM 787-9 in from Amsterdam. We'll be heading back in about 2 hours. Here's the Delta 737 in from JFK, and we'll be heading out to Juneau, Alaska. Empty gate here. Just pulling in is the Air China A350 in from Taipei. We'll be heading back there at 1 a.m. And right here, just pushed out of the gate, is a Virgin Atlantic 787-9. And he is heading out to London Heathrow, 5:05 departure. Came in 2 hours ago. Right here's a Delta A330-300 heading out to Minneapolis at 6:30 and came in from Atlanta at 4:30. Here's a CRJ-700 for Delta heading out to Oakland at 5:30. Came in from Sun Valley, Idaho at 4:50. Next here we got 4 A321s. First one in from Cancun heading to Seattle. In from Fort Lauderdale to Dallas, Austin to New Orleans, and Tampa to Salt Lake City. Another new model, the Saudia 787-9, arrived in from Jeddah. 4:30, departs back there at 6:30. Right here is a Delta A350 getting loaded up for his flight to, or just came in from Sydney, Australia. He's getting downloaded. No, and it came in from Seoul, Incheon, 4:40 p.m. 30 minutes ago. We'll be heading out to Sydney, Australia at 9:10. Right here's another 767-300ER for Delta, heading out to London Heathrow at 6:30 and arrived in from Detroit at 4:30. We got a Aeromexico 738 in from Guadalajara at 5:45, so he's a little early. We'll be heading out to Mexico City at 10 p.m. long term. Delta A330-900 Neo in from Milan at 3:10, heading out to Athens, Greece. Just now, just waiting to push. And right here's a Delta 757-200, just waiting to push for Las Vegas, and he came in from Tampa, Florida at 3:10. That almost wraps it up. Just get to the cargoes here and the hard stands. In the hangar, we got a couple United aircraft. We got a 200ER deep in there, 777-200ER. Right there, you see it there. And he is in from, he came in from Honolulu this morning at 6 a.m. and it's going to be heading back to Kahului, Maui tomorrow at 8:25. So you're just getting routine maintenance scheduled on the long turn. Right here's the 767-400 for United. He came in from Newark at 11:15 a.m. and he's going to be heading up to Guam at 11:55 p.m. tonight. So he's getting ready to head out in about 5 hours, 4.5 hours. Right here, just in the hard stands, we got a Singapore A350. Singapore turn in at 3:30, goes back at 10:30. Got the grounded United 777-200 waiting on his engine parts. Right here is the Ethiopian 777-200LR, and he is in from Addis Ababa via Dublin. Came in at 4:30 a.m. this morning and departs back at 9:55 tomorrow. Long turn for the plane. Right here is a Air New Zealand 789, and he came in from Auckland, New Zealand at 1 p.m. and will be heading back to Auckland, New Zealand at 11 p.m. tonight. That's a cargo-only flight too. Lastly, the cargo area. First off here, we got a UPS 747-8 freighter. Beautiful model, doors open, getting all the cargo and cars loaded. He came in from Hong Kong and now is heading up to Dubai. And then right here, this is just a hard stand, not doing cargo, but we have a 777-300ER for China Eastern, and he's heading up to Shanghai at 1 a.m. He arrived in about 2 hours, hour and a half ago from Shanghai. So he's just out here in a hard stand. Got a couple corporate aircraft, got a PC-12, and he is in from Red Bluff, or he'll be heading out to Red Bluff, California. And we've got a King Air 350 and from Friday Harbor, Washington. We've got two Beech 1900s here operating for Ameriflight, in from Salem, heading out to Roseburg, and in from Hillsboro and heading out to PDX. And right here we got two Caravans operating for FedEx Feeder, in from Corvallis, heading out to Kalama Falls, and in from North Bend, out on the coast, Newport, and it's going to be heading out to Medford, Oregon. Right here is a DHL 757-200, heading out to Seattle, Tacoma, in from Cincinnati. Got a Prime Air 738 in from Lakeland, Florida, going to be heading out to Fairbanks, Alaska. We got a FedEx MD-11, just pushed out, another new model, and he is heading out to Memphis and came in from Oakland. And then the 763 is just taking his spot here, and he's in from Indianapolis and will be heading out to Fort Worth Alliance. Right here is a 767-300ER for Prime Air, going to be heading out to Honolulu and came in from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Got another 767-300 distance FedEx, or UPS, two of them here, heading out to Chicago Rockford and Seattle Boeing, respectively, and in from Dallas Fort Worth and Albuquerque. And then right here is a UPS MD-11, gonna be heading out to Anchorage and is in from Louisville. Taxing here is a 757-200, heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor, and he came in from Columbia, South Carolina. And the final model here, we got a 3D printed Citation Longitude, and he is heading out to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Well, there you go, everybody. Fictional update to a whole lot of planes. If you're still watching it, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm sure this has been really long. It's a whole bunch of different takes for me, so I'm not sure how long it'll be till I put it all together. But hopefully I have this out just right after I upload it. After I finish filming, I mean. Yeah, gonna end it here. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Geminijets_2000.